sometimes when we're talking, Jeremy, I just want to hit record without you knowing it because you get the message and now we are recording so
I
we can
know.
just jump in.
I'm a
Because
lot more hilarious off camera.
I think we are. I think we both get into our professional mode a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that, I'm sure.
No, I
But
think it's okay.
it's been a day and we're already
Oh
laughing
yeah.
hysterically and it's the third day of January.
Yep.
So
And
hello
away we go.
everyone. Okay, welcome in. It's January 2020 fucking 4,
Yeah.
isn't it?
2020 fucking 4 is right.
Yeah. It's a lot of
Whew.
energy and my gosh, it doesn't feel oxen to me.
Mm-mm.
Although I guess it does in a way. So I'm just gonna, as we're jumping in here, you and I were kind of talking about where I'm at in my life right now. And my house is going on the market this week.
Yeah.
And
How
so
exciting.
it's been oxen energy, even though the ox isn't really here yet,
Yeah.
right? Until what, the 6th?
Yeah.
But the hard work, right? The hard work it takes to putting in to decluttering your house,
Hmm.
cleaning it up, organizing it, figuring out what goes, what doesn't go. That's been such
Yeah.
an important time here. And I think that's part of the end of the year stuff that we were doing in
Oh,
December.
totally. Totally.
But
Yeah,
it's
I think it's
fast.
interesting. Yeah, it is. It's gone by really quick. The holidays went really quick.
Hmm.
This week has gone really quick. I think it's kind of interesting also about the ox is that it's always January is the ox month. And January is the month that everyone's like, okay, I'm going to redecorate my house. I'm going to get fit. I'm going to eat healthy. And then by the 6th of February, everything kind of fizzles out, right? So the gym is really, really packed in January.
Hmm.
And I think that's because of the energy of the ox. The ox
I
is
agree.
the sign in the zodiac that can carry a heavy load, carry a heavy burden on its back.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so I think that people get really kind of energized with all of this really positive energy going, I'm going to conquer the world, which is exactly what the ox does. But then people get really kind of mean to themselves
Hmm.
as soon as the
Hmm.
tiger comes in the spring. So it's one of those things where it's important to know that if you're going to set intentions for 2024, this is definitely the time to do it. However, let's just not try to conquer the world in 2024 or in the month of January.
Hmm.
Let's set intentions that are going to stretch us out of our comfort zones,
Hmm.
but not set us up to fail.
Yeah, because that ox is a slow and steady energy. It's not
Yes.
like, let's go back in the
Uh-huh.
gym. It's not that kind of energy. It's very methodical. It's very practical minded. So, like you're saying, plant the seeds or make the plan. You can
Yeah.
get it started, but don't expect huge results. Don't expect a huge motivational moment where now your life has changed and now you're
Right.
throwing those resolutions out the window. Because,
Yeah.
like you said, when that tiger hits in February, that's the Chinese New Year. It's the beginning of spring. It's leaping forward. It's
Yeah.
got that energy behind it.
Yeah.
So the ox is stubborn that way. And so if you're feeling pushback on the things that you're wanting this year or around resolutions or progress about gathering your tax information or whatever it might be, just pause,
Hmm.
maybe set it down, walk away, adjust something else. Don't be too resistant because you'll feel that pushback. The ox is just naturally going to push back.
Always. Always. Yeah.
I know, like us in the move, my son's the year of the ox. So I get this energy, and you're married to an oxen.
I'm
So
married to an ox. Yeah.
we get this energy. And
Yeah.
during this whole process of you got to clean your room up, you got to do this, he's just been resisting up until the last minute, like literally New Year's Day, the
Yeah.
end of the night. And he's been sick, and that's probably a self sabotage thing. I'm really resisting this change, this move.
Yeah.
But then as soon as we met with a realtor and things started moving forward, he's like, oh, yeah, well, I want to go look at houses with you now. It's like, oh, now
Yeah.
you want to. Because now
Exactly.
it's aligned. The ox is about alignment and similarity.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I
However,
mean, it's perfect.
yeah, it's a Yinwood ox this month.
Yeah.
So what do you see with yin wood?
Well, yin wood, wood is the element that controls or overwhelms earth, and ox is a natural earth animal. So we are going to be feeling, I don't know if I started to feel it on New Year's Day. I started to feel this sudden push, this sudden urge
Hmm.
to start moving forward, to start getting things going, even though the ox comes in on the 6th. I've been feeling like this new kind of like I've woken up over the last couple of days, and
Hmm.
that's that wood kind of pushing and kind of overwhelming the earth to
Hmm.
get it to move forward. Because wood is the element of creativity. It's the only element that has a life. It has a birth, it has a life, it has a death.
Hmm.
So it's very creative energy. It grows and it moves. So I think that that's why we're all feeling kind of this surge of newness
Hmm.
this week.
Yeah, I see seeds starting to germinate and puncture the earth, and move the
Yeah.
earth around. And so the earth has to adjust a little
Mhm.
bit to accommodate this new growth. And so if you have an oxen in your chart, this is a time for you. It might feel uncomfortable, it might feel resistant, but change something up a little bit that you're
Yeah.
typically used to doing. Change a habit or a pattern and see if you can kind of go with that little nudge. It's not big. It's
Yeah.
not Yongwood that's coming in here and asking for a big change. But I think too, as you're talking about this kind of burst in the last couple days, it's really interesting how the timing of this yin wood energy is in alignment with Mercury going direct,
Oh my gosh. And I don't
right?
know about any of you, but this Mercury retrograde was intense.
Mm-hmm.
It was moving from Capricorn energy back into Sagittarius energy. And Capricorn and Sagittarius are very different entities. Capricorn is all about structure, groundedness, and Sagittarius is about explosive energy.
Oh, wow.
So this is why this retrograde was really intense because it was switching signs. And now it's currently in Sagittarius, getting us to move forward, getting us to burst forward
Mm,
in these in the forward movement.
yeah.
And this is also a really great time now that Mercury is going direct. This is a great time to release all of the things that we want to put out there. Like, for
Mm,
example, you sent an email a couple of weeks ago saying, "Hey, I've got all of these announcements, but I'm not going to release it until
mm-hmm.
Mercury goes direct," which is so perfect. This is what I urge my clients to do during a retrograde cycle to retreat, rethink, regroup, and then to launch things. So, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this is I love that. A couple of other things that are going on in the Western world. 2024 is going to be a very intense year. We're heading into Dragon energy in
Mm,
February, which is the energy of magic. The dragon is magical energy. And on the west in the Western world, some of the magic that we're going to be experiencing is connected to a really major conjunction. Now, a conjunction is when two planets come into alignment and they kind of sit right on top of each other.
okay.
Jupiter, the planet of good fortune and abundance, has been transiting or moving through the sign of Taurus this year.
Mm-hmm.
Uranus, which is the planet of expecting the unexpected, has also been transiting Taurus, and Taurus is the sign of grounded earth energy. It's very practical. It likes things to be, it's like the ox energy,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's very one foot in front of the other. So Taurus energy does not like change, and it has been experiencing the most change and upheaval of any zodiac sign over the last 5 years. It's
Oh.
going to continue to do that. But now that Jupiter is moving through Taurus between now and May, it's kind of lightening the load of Taurus. It's bringing some good fortune, it's bringing some good
Mm,
news. And then on the week of between April 17th and April 21st, these two planets sit right on top of each other. They come right next to each other, bringing good fortune and abundance energy to all themes with Taurus, which is money, personal possessions, self confidence, and unexpected windfall energy. So this is going to be really, really great. So it's if you know and understand your Western natal chart, take a look at your chart and find where Taurus sits in your chart. Find where those degrees are so
What
that you
house
can
it's
find
in? Is
out
that what you
what
mean?
house it's in. Yeah.
Okay.
Because then you can know what area of life you're going to be experiencing this unexpected windfall kind of energy.
Well, you know what's even more fascinating if we bring, because you and I, I don't know as
Yeah.
much about Western as you do, of course, but it's a dragon year. April's a dragon month. That's a
Yes,
double dragon energy.
exactly. So, and what do dragons? They're lucky.
Lucky
So
dragon.
let's start cultivating in our charts and really finding where that luck energy is going to hit each of us individually. So we can really take advantage of that. We can
Mhm.
harness that energy and move forward.
Can
Um,
I just real quickly,
yes, yes,
I want to make sure that we're on the same page when when we talk about luck.
yes.
Because
Ooh,
it's not about, like what say, oh, well, aren't you lucky or aren't they lucky? It's not that. It's about being in alignment with an energy. And when
mhm.
your energy matches the same vibration as that thing, you're going to see it. It's going to be an opportunity. You're going to be able to grab it, notice it, be offered it, whatever. And
Yeah.
so people might go, well, that's lucky. No, you're just not aligned with it, right? Because something might pass by you and go, well, I wanted that job. I didn't even know it was coming up as an option because you weren't paying attention. You weren't aligned with it yet. So
Mhm.
to me, that's what luck is. So we want to align ourselves with the things that we desire and then let other people go, well, isn't she lucky?
Yeah, and
Right?
that is the perfect way. You found the words that I was trying to use. That is a perfect way to describe exactly what this conjunction is bringing in 2024.
Great.
Shortly after that, when we get to the month of May, Jupiter, the planet of good fortune and abundance, is going to be leaving Taurus and entering Gemini. And it will be there from May of 2024 until May of 2025. So Geminis, you're going to be the sign of the hour, the sign of 2024 from May until June of
Mm,
2025. So take advantage of where you see Gemini in your natal chart and see what house Jupiter is transiting, what area of life it's going to be lighting up for you so that we can take advantage of exactly what Tina's talking about, putting ourselves in alignment with all of the vibrational things that come with that specific area of life and that house.
And putting yourself
Um,
in alignment is visualizing. It's
yes.
writing about it, talking about
Mhm.
it, feeling it as if it already exists, connecting an emotion to what it is that you desire. Like if you desire, say, that hot car with the convertible down, imagine yourself in it. Imagine yourself walking out of the store and you're walking through the parking lot to your car and how cool you think this is and how happy you are. Like that's alignment. That's getting your vibrational energy to a place that matches what you desire. Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
All
I
right.
love that.
Sorry.
I love that. Thank you for clarifying that because I think that sometimes people, when possibly when they see these videos or they see a video on YouTube talking about this, they want clarification on how.
hmm
And you just clarified the how of what we're needing to do to get ourselves in alignment with that vibration. So that's
hmm
perfect. Thank you for saying that.
hmm
On January 11th, we have the new moon in Capricorn. For all of you business owners out there, Capricorn is the sign of business and industry. It's the sign of
Oh.
our structures. And it's the first new moon of 2024. So we really want to take advantage of all of this really great energy, putting ourselves in alignment with all of the things that we want to see for our business in 2024. This is
Oh.
going to be a great week to structure our goals. What are the things that we want to accomplish with our business? Now remember, we're in the ox energy, so we're going to want to go big with those goals, and it's okay to set big lofty goals to
hmm
stretch us out of our comfort zone. But setting up a structure, setting short-term goals in order to achieve the long-term goals. That's gonna be really,
hmm
really good with this new moon in Capricorn. The new moon
Yeah.
in Capricorn is also setting off a trine or blessing energy to Uranus, which is unexpected energy. So you can expect unexpected gifts of abundance that week, January 11th, the new moon for business. So a couple of days leading up to January 11th, let's really start to see what we want for our businesses this year.
Mm.
What do we want to accomplish? What do we want to put out there? Sky's the limit.
Yeah. Cool. Gosh,
2
I'm
weeks
excited.
I mean, it's gonna be cool, right? It's
Mhm.
good energy right off the get-go in 2024. It's so
Yeah.
cool. The 25th of January, we've got the full moon in Leo. Now, Capricorn's a really practical, grounded earth sign. Leo is a fire sign. They call Leo the drama queen of the zodiac because it's all about dramatics. It's about finding your light, standing center stage and holding the microphone and getting attention. The full moon is about release.
Okay.
So what
Mhm.
we're wanting to release that the week of the January the 25th is, what do Leos like to do? They like to be seen. So where in your chart is Leo energy? That house pertains to the vibration of you being seen. So we're going to let go of the fear of being seen. And me and Tina have had this ongoing conversation all through 2023. Us in the metaphysical world that have careers working with astrology, working with witchcraft, working with other things that are very in the healing arts,
Mhm.
we have a little bit of trauma connected to that because when we
Mhm.
tell people what we do for a living, they're like, "What
Mhm.
in the hell are you talking about? You are a Satanist. Get away from me," right? Not that Satanism is a bad thing, right?
Right.
It's one of those things where, there's this negative connotation with what we
Mhm.
do.
We just can't shake it. All these
No,
generations, and we can't get it off of us.
generations of witches being burned at the stake. We were them, right? We've
Mhm.
experienced this. So it's one of those things where we have to connect with the blockage in our mind, the blockage in our soul, the blockage in our energy that doesn't permit us to be seen for what we need to be seen for.
Mhm.
We have a really, really intricate part to play that's coming up in 2024. So let's all get together and realize that it's okay to be seen. It's safe to be seen.
Mhm. Well, and that's
Mm,
gotta, so you're telling me Leo's also connected then to the throat chakra about wanting to express itself and be seen.
Leo is about creative expression.
Okay.
Creative expression. How do you get yourself out there?
Mhm.
How do you be seen? Yes.
Okay.
Using
Love
that
that.
throat chakra energy to really, and what do lions like to do? They use their throat chakra. They
Yeah.
roar very loud. What were you going to say?
So, well, I wanna say, we're going to talk about the whole year and everything, the Chinese perspective in my Chinese New Year event, and that's on the 26th and 27th of this month. And those,
Yes.
if you're not getting my emails and getting access to those links to purchase a pass, comment or get a hold of me, because that's a 2-day event. We spend a lot of hours understanding the Chinese astrology and the flying star energy of
Yes.
what's coming. So here's one thing I'm going to tell people is get a rooster statue. You have one in your bathroom. Get a little gold rooster because the rooster is the ally or the secret friend of the dragon.
Yeah.
And the rooster is very similar to that Leo energy. It's about expressing itself. It's connected to the throat chakra. It wants to be heard. It wants to be seen. So
Yeah.
that would be a really good little talisman or figurine. And if you can't find a gold one, it doesn't matter what color it is. You could get one of those resin ones and paint it gold if you want.
Yeah.
But that would just be a lucky animal. It's kind of like if you have a rooster on your desk or in your space, it's kind of telling the dragon like, "Hey, I'm honoring you and I want to be friends with you." By that kind of representation. So
Yes.
that's a cool connection. I love that energy of the 25th.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Hmm.
I mean, we're off to a really good start for this
Yeah.
year.
Who would have thought?
So, yeah. Yeah. So
Mhm,
it's okay for us to set goals. It's okay for us to be seen. It's safe for us to be seen
mhm.
as we move into 2024 to really connect to the things that we want to be in alignment with.
Yeah. And just from experience, and I know you can relate too, people are looking for different perspectives, alternate
Mhm.
ways of doing things. They're tired or burnt out or disappointed in or frustrated with the way things have been going. And
Yeah.
so don't be afraid if you're sitting there going, "Gosh, I've never had a reading before. I've never done Reiki." Give it a try. This dragon is bringing that. He's giving us the courage to seek outside of ourselves and the limitations that humans have created and explore the possibilities.
Yeah,
So engage,
exactly.
engage in the
Absolutely.
magic.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what we all have the capability to do this year. So,
Hmm.
yes.
Everybody. Yeah.
Yes. Are you going to leave a link for the Chinese New Year event on this
Oh,
video?
that's a good idea. I will.
Do that because I'm telling everyone, it is the event of the year and it really helps me personally to ground into what the energy is coming up for the year and how it personally relates to me and my
Hmm.
four pillar chart. Please, please make it a point to sign up for for this event. It is the best thing. It really, really is. So, and Tina is such a masterful teacher. She is such a great communicator, and she helps so many people to understand themselves. She's such a great mirror reflection of helping us to understand who we are. I just love you. You're such a wonderful mentor, great teacher, and
My gosh.
please sign up for this class. If there's anything that you invest in this year, it's that.
Oh my gosh, Jeremy, thank you so much. That's very
Yeah.
sweet of you. And I put a lot of work into it. Work on it for months, and you get I mail you a kit, and it includes
Oh,
all
yeah.
kinds of New Year stuff. You can have your charts out in front of you and your floor plans, and it's a
Mhm.
great time. So thank you.
Yes.
And before we end, and you pull a card, because you can pull a card, right?
Well, I don't have my cards on my
Okay.
desk today.
That's okay. That's just, I love that. It's a new year. It's going to do something a little bit different. But
Yeah.
you have a new course coming up.
Yes. So 2024, I focused on the Western world, Western astrology, and each of the planets. This year, I'm shifting into Chinese astrology, and each month we're covering an animal. In December of 2024, I did kind of a year ahead kind of look at the dragon. So during April Dragon Month, we're going to go over the five elements. So
Oh, cool.
each class is going to be on the second Tuesday of every month, 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. Don't worry if you can't catch the live class because if you purchase the class, the replay is automatically included. So I hope to see everyone there. It'll be fun.
Now, can they buy the bundle? Can they buy the whole year ahead?
Yes, they can buy the bundle. The bundle
Oh,
is not going to be available until next week. So
okay.
the one-off class for the Ox is still available. Just
Okay.
this the one-off. Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I'll put a link there for sure. That's
Thank
such a fun class. I can't wait to see what you shared because I love hearing about the animals and the elements from different people because we all have our own language, our own stories around it, and so it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah.
And you said that your Western astrology people are really loving the Eastern stuff.
What I find so fascinating about astrology is even though Eastern and Western are different modalities, they fit together like puzzle pieces. Anything that you can't find in your Western chart, the answers are in your Eastern, and
Mm.
vice versa. So when people are learning about the planets and they hear that we're doing the class on Chinese astrology, they want the energy. They want to understand more about themselves. And these charts, both Western and Eastern, they give you so much insight into what I call it the roadmap to your soul.
Mm, beautiful.
It's such a great tool to use so you can understand how you interact with other people or how you don't interact with other people, in my case especially.
Those oxen out
So,
there too.
oh my gosh, yeah. So I can just remember the first time I got a four pillar chart reading from Tina 10 years ago. I was going through so many changes. I was learning how to coexist with someone who I married, and that was a challenge for me. And when she came in and she implemented feng shui and showed us about our four pillar charts, for the last 10 years, me and my husband Toshi have been using this language to understand each other. And understanding our four pillar chart animals has been really, really a good tool in our marriage.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, they're really. I mean, you guys hear us talk about them every month, but it's like you can visualize it. You can see the
yeah,
animal. You have experience, and
yeah,
it's just easier to connect when you've got
yeah,
something like that.
it is. I mean, to use the ox as an example, it's like when you see an ox just sit its ass right down on the ground, and it's like you've got a rope around its neck and you're trying to get it to move, and it's looking at you like, bitch, I'm not moving at all. That is such a good visual. And anytime I find myself trying to pull my husband along, I'm like, oh, resistance is futile. This is not going to help.
I know,
And I
because you're a
come,
fiery snake. I'm a
I'm a,
fiery horse. We're like, let's go.
right. We're like, let's get this show on the road. But we both, live with people in our homes that are like, maybe we're gonna just take a step back and look at
Mhm.
what's going on, slow down. And if
Yeah.
I didn't know that about my husband, I
Mhm.
would really struggle so much more
Yeah.
to understand why I'm like this and why he's like that. These animals are real entities that live inside of us,
Aren't they though?
and they are living and breathing entities, and they're parts of our personality. So when we connect to them, we're able to understand ourselves so much better.
Beautiful ending. I love you so much. Thank you for this.
I love you.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
Gregorian, what is it, Victorian calendaric?
Oh,
I don't know, like happy 2024. You
yeah.
know where to find us if you need us. And hopefully, Jeremy, you're going to be helping me on Chinese New Year event. So come
Ah,
in and say hi.
yes,
All right.
please.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.